something equal. We have come out of the 20th century and now well into the 21st century with a lingering question. Is there life and intelligence in other places in our universe? If some alien intelligent society made contact with us, how would we communicate? Various people have strongly responded we could communicate through mathematics. Mathematics is the same everywhere. If there is communication between any intelligent beings, something has to be shared. This is implied in the word communication. Bringing to consciousness what is common. Bringing to consciousness what is equal. This reflection is a helpful analogy in thinking about God. We have a long history of communication with God. It is worthy of much contemplation to ponder what we share in common with God, which allows communication. What is this something equal? God has to be human enough to speak with me. I have to be divine enough to speak with God. That human in God and that divine in me is the equal something we share. The point I hope you see that I'm trying to make here is really very important for us as human beings. Communication, human communication. We begin very, very early on to communicate with people. Actually, the baby begins communication with the mother in the womb. And then as we grow and we develop language, it becomes more sophisticated. But the question being asked here is, what is it that we have in communion with one another that makes it possible that we communicate, that we share? I like the way I start this particular piece in talking about intelligent beings anywhere and what would happen, what's going to happen when we actually make contact, if there are any, with other intelligent beings. We have to have something in common with them. And then the big analogy, which is the main point of this whole piece, is communion with God. What do we share with God that allows us to communicate, that allows God to communicate with us, that allows us to communicate with God? So again, God has to be human enough to communicate with us. We have to be divine enough to communicate with God.